the after party. It's Warren Buffett. And here's
Hey, Warren.
Judy. Hey, Judy. How are you?
Hi.
There's Judy Dunnigan. She's
Hi.
brother Kyle. Loves Coca-Cola, don't you? Johnny Bush here.
John Bush Live.
John Bush Live. We have Jessica in her
Judy.
car. Jessica, you're driving to Portland?
Yes, I'm driving. I'm driving to Portland from LA
Yes, you are
today, all
driving.
in one day, by the way. I'm an hour and a half away from home. So, yay. I can't wait.
Yay, I'm glad
Yay
you'll be
for
home.
you. Make sure you stop and get yourself a Coca-Cola. It's a really good drink for you, man. There's RC Cola, there's Pepsi Cola, but really the best one's is Coca-Cola.
You seem to be pretty fixated on Coca-Cola.
Well, my dog's doing a little work over here. She's trying to drink some Coca-Cola. She likes to.
Okay.
She likes to dig. Sometimes, every now and then in the yard, she'll find a can of Coca-Cola. But,
You seem really into Coca-Cola for sure.
It's a refreshing drink here.
I've always liked Pepsi a little bit too, but
Pepsi trash.
I like Coke.
We have
Oh,
Kurt is supposed to be coming, but we not sure what's happening. He had a show at Magoobies tonight. Go check out Kurt at Magoobies this weekend.
hey, I'll tell you, that comedy place Magoobies sounds like a great name to say on the radio. Hey, tonight Kyle Dunnigan's be live at Magoobies. Check him out.
They really.
Where's the Magoobies?
I don't know actually. New Jersey, but they name these things and you really lose respect. Richard, thanks. Greetings, KDS.
Wow.
Thank you, Richard. Sending
Thanks,
in his
Richard.
$100. We're going to be playing. I'm in Connecticut with Mother. Mother's actually in the other room at Mother's house. I
Hi.
moved
Judy.
out of my pit bull Airbnb early because I thought I was going to die. I was concerned about my safety.
We were all concerned.
Yeah, everybody said get out. There wasn't one person who was like, yeah, hang in there a little bit. And I had so much crap in my Airbnb because of moving, and I'm selling my house that it was probably 20 plus trips in and out every time, being terrified the dog would be there moving all my crap in my car. But I got out, everything's fine. Then we traveled across the country. I drugged Olive. Didn't seem like she had any drugs because she dug at her bag the whole time. But now I'm here. I left all of my cords in Los Angeles, so that's why the audio's bad. I'm not beating myself up because I'm a human being, not a human doing.
That's a nice little turn of phrase there.
That was fun.
It's something you see on a Coca-Cola can, probably there.
It's probably true. Warren, I want to say something. I really love all of your brands, the Coca-Cola brands. Like, I love Sprite.
Well, there's a lot of colas under the Coca-Cola brand. But really, if you want the best one, you probably should stick with Coca-Cola.
Yeah. Well, that's sometimes though you like root beer and Barks root beer.
And I don't ever do anything besides Coca-Cola.
Okay, I get your point. I get what you're saying.
Once you get something you like, I sort of stick to it.
I like Diet Coke. I like caffeine-free Diet Coke.
Well, that's got those chemicals in that. I try to. Anyway, tonight's show is going to be all about Coca-Cola, so hopefully you guys like to hear about Coca-Cola. Maybe you're drinking Coca-Cola.
I was wondering, Warren, why Coca-Cola always tastes better out of the old glass bottles. For some
does.
reason.
Yeah, that's what I think as well. There's some nostalgia there for sure.
Yeah.
But also, I think the tin sort of comes off and into the cola. So
Yeah.
tin.
Anyway, the aluminum. Yeah.
The aluminum, yeah. And, I don't think glass is going to sort of go with your Coca-Cola as much.
There's just something about that bubbly, first drink of an ice cold Coca-Cola out of a bottle.
Absolutely.
It's the real thing.
It's the real thing, exactly. I have 17 Coca-Colas before noon. Anybody has any Coca-Cola questions? Just put them in the I can answer probably any of your Coca-Cola questions.
Warren,
Is it true?
I like
Go ahead.
I
What
like
do you
the
like?
Coca-Cola at Christmas when there's Santa's on it.
Oh yeah, well, I'm sort of reluctant to change, so it sort of bothers me when there's a Santa Claus on my Coca-Cola. I understand, but you like Christmas, you might like another Coca. There's actually no questions about Coca-Cola coming in, which is shocking to me.
I have a question. Is it true that the original ingredients in Coca-Cola was cocaine?
Yeah, it was
And they-
mostly just cocaine and water.
Okay.
And over the years, they changed it. Now, there's literally 0 Coca-Cola questions, and that's shocking. Oh, wait, how many Coca-Colas do you drink with dinner? Well, dinner, you got 3 courses for dinner, so I'll probably take about 3 Coca-Colas with my salad. Then, like the main course, I might have 6 or 7 Coca-Colas, and then, of course, dessert, 9 or 10 Coca-Colas. There's probably 30 to 40 Coca-Colas during dinner.
What about the polar bears?
What, polar bears? I'm not sure what a polar bear has to do with Coca-Cola.
Well, they're the commercials, the Christmas commercials with the polar bear.
I've seen them, and I turn it off. Sometimes I'll throw a Coca-Cola bottle at the TV because that's usually what I have in my hand. So it makes me very angry to see a polar bear being involved in my Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Will Coke ever have a clear option? A clear version?
Clear version. No. You can't have a clear Coca-Cola. That would just be, I don't know, Sprite or something completely different.
Well, there's Zevia has this kind of brand of cola that's supposed to be healthier, and there's a cola. There's like one of the flavors is cola.
Well, you can have cola flavors all you want, but it's not Coca-Cola. That's
Right.
This is going to be an hour-long podcast. We have 55 more minutes. Keep bringing in your Coca-Cola questions. Root beer float or Coke? Come on, that's not even a one. We all know you're better off with a Coca-Cola float. That's much tastier. Have you ever considered a new formula? Well, we did that in the 80s, and you saw what happened. Nobody wanted to change that Coca-Cola.
Wasn't there a movie called The Gods Must Be Crazy, and somebody threw a Coke bottle out of a plane and it hit this tribesman?
Yeah,
the whole movie
that was very apropos because really it represented everything. Because all you really need is Coca-Cola. It's got all the calories, it's got the nutrition you need, and it's also a refreshing drink. So.
My dad used to use Coca-Cola, and he would wet it on newspaper, and use that to clean windows, and there'd be no streaks. It was a really good window cleaner.
Well, that seems like a waste of Coca-Cola if you ask me. And what are we doing that?
Can't you clean blood up with Coca-Cola?
Yes, I've cleaned a lot of blood up with Coca-Cola. That is true. Sometimes if you're really in a pinch and, there's a big knock at the door and they're about to break it down, you may want to crack open a Coca-Cola and slop up that blood. Do you think McDonald's Coke is the best Coke? Sniff.
I don't know why he said sniff.
I think he's talking about Stallone. I don't know.
Did you hear about the car manufacturer that was really popular in the 80s and 90s, and he liked Coca-Cola? Lee Iacocca-Cola?
Hey, this guy, I love a good Coca-Cola jokes. You just keep those coming, and be a happy camper over here.
All right.
I have a question.
Yeah,
I know
Judy.
somebody that drinks Coca-Cola has to have it a couple every morning for breakfast. I think there might be something that's in it that makes people addicted to it.
Well, of course, there used to be cocaine in there, which was addictive. But now the only addiction in there is deliciousness. That's all they left into Coca-Cola. I assure you of that. Should we play our game, which we can play with the audience? There's 2 truths and a lie. And John, I think you got a song.
I got a song.
All right, let's hear it.
Here's a game. Don't be glib. It's a game where you can fib. Just tell the truth and do it twice. Just make sure there's one more. That's a lie. The game is 2 truths and a lie.
Oh, yeah.
That was beautiful.
Good
job.
I'd give my left foot for a Coke right now. Wouldn't we all? So terrific. Wouldn't we all? Wouldn't we all give our left testicles for a Coke? Sorry, Mom. All right, listen. Here's how you play the game. John, you want to say you play the game?
Here's how we play the game. We're going to each go around, and each one of us is going to take a turn telling 2 truths and a lie, not necessarily in that order. Change up the order. You're going to tell 2 truths about yourself or whatever you want, and one of them is going to be a lie. After you go, then each one of us get a certain amount of time, just basic amount of time, to ask a few questions before we give our final answer, and then whoever wins is cool. And we'll each give our 2 truths and a lie.
Whoever wins is just cool?
I don't know what we would win. And also, people out there, you can also, during this game, give us 2 truths and a lie, and we'll stop the game and do yours.
And the best truth will get a free T-shirt of your choice. Or a Wendell mug, whatever you want.
I love it.
For the members. Thank you for being members.
And
Yes,
each
I
one
do.
of us is going to go. I don't know who we want to do ladies
Wait,
first.
how are we deciding for the members? I just want to understand the
How we always do. It's a complete mess, and then no one knows
Okay.
who won. Then we just pick somebody.
And then we just pick a member. So just play along, and we'll pick a
Oh,
member.
by the way,
A random draw. Uh-huh.
yeah. Sorry to interrupt. I want to thank Mr.
Uh-huh.
Monkey. Gave Olive a gift, right? Wasn't it Mr. Monkey?
Mr. Monkey gave Olive the alligator.
Isn't that right? Wasn't it?
Yeah. It's Mr.
Mr.
Monkey.
Monkey. Thank you,
Uh-huh.
Mr. Monkey. I have. It's her favorite toy by far. And here's her just going nuts. She's got it.
Oh.
Oh, so cute.
That's from that trashy.
Oh.
It's from my Airbnb. But you put a little bottle, of empty water bottle inside, which is her favorite. Thank you, Laura.
Because they have the little crunchy, crunchy crackle sound. The dogs like that.
They love the crackle. They love the crackle.
Warren, but I've noticed that if you take an empty Coke can and you kind of scrunch it, it can make a crackle sound, Warren.
Really, I mean, I keep all of my Coke cans. I try not to crunkle them at all and keep them in good shape. 'Cause you never know when you're going to want to fill your Coca-Cola can.
You fill them back up sometimes?
Yeah, well, yeah, sure. If I've got some extra Coke lying around, I'll put it into a can, sure.
Okay. So you must have like maybe one of those things they have at the bar where you can.
I've got a squirter, yeah.
Okay.
I keep it under my bed just in case I
You
wake
keep
up
the
at night.
squirter under your bed.
Well, just in case I wake up at night, I got a hankering for a Coca-Cola. I'll put that in my mouth and sometimes in my wife's mouth if I want to keep her quiet.
Well, that's some crazy stuff going on over there at the Buffett house.
2 truths and a lie. Where's Kurt?
Okay.
Where's
I don't know.
Kurt?
Kurt is late.
Wait, let me call him. This might be funny. Hold on.
Okay.
It's rarely not funny.
This could be dangerous.
Oh, it could be.
It'll be interesting for sure.
He might say
Maybe he's still on stage.
no. He told me he was coming like 20 minutes ago. He knows he's in trouble.
I couldn't get online.
You couldn't get online?
Yeah, I can. I had to fix to get on the internet from the hotel. I'll be in like just a second.
Okay.
When I come in.
Okay, cool. Bye.
He's not going to have 2 truths and a lie anyway, so let's just keep on.
He had to fix the thing. I brought my mom in here because my mom also has 2 truths and a lie, so I'm looking forward to that.
I do.
Looking forward to that. We're all looking forward to it. All
Okay.
right,
Who's first?
Johnny, you run the game here. 'Cause
Why don't we go with Jessica first?
Okay.
And then we'll go, I don't know which way you guys are going around the screen there, but we'll do Judy next, Kyle, or then me and Kyle. We'll have Kyle
Okay.
go last because he's the guy.
Hey,
All
everyone
right.
is disturbed that you don't do a baby. I'm pretty sure.
I know. I'm sorry. I can't do the baby while I'm driving.
Well, she couldn't be a baby while driving,
Number 36 is a well-deserved champ. We all know that. We all know that.
He is number 36. He
Someone
really he took special care of his post-it.
Yeah.
Post-it.
Number 36. Terrific.
Okay.
Mom, you don't know this, but we had a game where people put in like questions and they really creative answers, and then Jessica was in charge of keeping track, but she didn't. She just picked number 36. That's what that.
Okay.
All
2
right.
truths and a lie. My avatar dog, no, wait. My avatar picture is of my dog. Second one, I have been a guest on the show playing Guess My Line. Number 3, I received my shirt for winning Guess My Line.
Wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
I say that the truth is the number 3.
I'd say the truth is she did not receive the shirt for winning
Wait a
Guess My
minute,
Line.
Jessica, what happened here? Who was Tony?
What?
So we know the first one's real because it's like there's the dog, right? My
No,
avatar picture
clearly
is of my
they
dog.
just didn't get their gift. So
Uh-oh.
what happened?
Oh, that's wait, what? I don't know. I don't see. I don't remember. You have to
Let's
send me an
everybody
email,
remember-
Kyle Dunnigan Show
Send an
at
email, yeah.
If
Tony, send an email to Kyle
who's
Dunnigan
the-
Show.
I can't see the name. Who's the name?
Tony
Tony?
Tenaglia.
Okay, Tony, send me an email. I'll do my research.
Is Tony telling the truth?
No, the two true. Obviously, the dog is the avatar.
I think
The sec-
Okay, yeah, I think he's lying about the didn't receive his T-shirt.
Tony, are you lying?
I think he's
I don't
lying.
think Jessica
I don't
would make a
recognize.
mistake.
I don't make
Justin
mistakes,
makes
and
He
I
doesn't do
and
it.
I would recognize the name. I don't recognize the name.
Trying to get a free T-shirt, guys. Not cool. Here comes Kerp, everybody. This show is going to be a
right.
real.
Am I doing my truth and lie yet, or what?
Wait, is the mic okay?
You're loud. You're loud.
Yeah, very loud.
We're doing 2 truths and a lie, Kurt. Can you hear us? That's better. That's good.
We're
No,
live.
I can't hear him at all.
Does
Yeah,
Kurt
we're
know
good.
we're live?
Yeah.
By the way,
Kurt.
Kurt, we're live. So,
All right.
am I gonna do my truth and lie now?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Jessica.
Okay. So when I was pregnant, I went and visited my grandma in Mexico, and she was trying to get me to drink tequila shots with her. And I was like, I can't drink tequila. I'm pregnant. And she was like, oh no, it's good for the baby. And then I went to eat it.
The more you learn about.
That's bad for the baby to make the baby's face red. Okay, so there's one.
Wait, sorry, what was the ending?
What
Sorry.
did you just say? It makes the baby's face
wait.
red?
Yeah, I
Your
said it makes
audio is. Can you turn your audio down? Let me see if I can do that.
me or
Mine?
Kurt.
Kurt, right? Everybody, is Kurt's thing on? I think you want to do that.
Huh?
Yeah, you sound loud. He sounds loud.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go on the. Sorry, everyone.
It's okay.
No,
It
I
sounds
get
okay
it.
to me.
He gets it. He's sorry.
Thank you, Judy.
You're
Jessica,
welcome.
what was
Yes.
the
You
end of
sound
your? Sorry,
What?
Jessica. Well,
Jess-
they offered you booze. Your aunt offered you booze.
My
You were like,
Is this good?
grandmother
okay.
Yes.
is my
Ooh, okay.
grandmother.
Yeah.
But I was gonna eat my red chili on my plate. And she said, "No, you can't eat that. It makes the baby's face red."
Okay.
Oh,
so
not
she-
tequila.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the first.
What's the lie here?
No, there's going to be 2.
I'm not
She's going to say
done.
2 things, and
this-
she's going to say 3
Because I don't
things.
believe
2
a
of
word
them
of
are
it so
true.
far. Oh,
2
sorry.
of them are
Okay.
true. One of them's a lie.
Okay.
All right.
Are you guys ready?
Yes.
All right.
Yep.
So 4 years ago, when I was in Italy, I was touring the Vatican City, and I was in the Sistine Chapel, and the Pope was actually walking through, and I took a couple pictures, and I got escorted out by security, but I still got the pictures on my phone.
Cool.
Both sound
Okay.
true to me so far.
Yep.
Well, okay, and so that I went Bigfoot hunting with this guy named Dr. J, who was actually on the Joe Rogan show. Joe Rogan Knows Everything, and we found Bigfoot tracks, and he made molds of Bigfoot tracks, and I have that too. I have my Bigfoot.
All right, I think we need to say whoever gets caught in their lie gets caught. The most is the loser. Like if you convince people, right, John? I think we need to let people know how the rules are.
Kyle, are you saying that because there is no show called Joe Rogan Knows Everything?
Yeah, what is that show? We can now ask the question.
Now we can ask her questions.
Called
Right, so-
I said it's called Joe Rogan Knows Everything.
So you can ask Jessica questions to vet out. I think I know the answer.
So wait, you get to ask me more questions to vet this?
Yes. Here's
Okay.
Aaron says, "This are his 3. I brought my Post-it note to your show. I used it for toilet paper, or I sold it on eBay."
I think he did not
Can be
use it for
both?
toilet paper. I think the lies used it for toilet paper.
He sold it after he used it for toilet paper. All right. You can ask Jessica questions. I want to know when Jessica, when were you in Italy? What year?
4 years ago,
What month?
You were hunting Bigfoot there?
in April.
No, not in Italy. Okay. So wait, when was Joe Rogan's show on? This one that
That's
they
right,
called.
Catherine.
It was about 8 years ago.
So in between Fear Factor and whatever.
6 to 8 years ago. No, it was like 6 to 8 years ago, I think, that Joe's show was on.
What was 2?
Huh?
The Pope.
The Pope does not just walk around. That's a fair point.
I'm
Why
saying
don't you have
too.
that Trump face talking about
He
this?
doesn't just walk around. That sounds like a double lie.
It was
liar.
It was crazy that the
Elizabeth
Pope
thinks
just
it's
happened to walk in the room.
The Pope
Like,
is
I mean-
a loser.
Which pope was it? That's my
No
question.
job.
I don't remember the Pope's name. I don't.
Was
I
it
don't
the
know.
new one or was it Pope
Oh, you don't
Gollum
know
It was
It
probably
was the-
Pope Benedict. Pope
It was the
Benedict.
Pope from 4 years ago.
with the
So-
dark circles under the guy, the Sith Lord? from
Yeah, he has
Star
dark circles
Yeah.
under his eyes.
Total Sith Lord.
Big fan of Coca-Cola. Actually, that
He had his big Pope hat on.
Wars. Wait, can Warren Buffett
Yeah,
ask you some
the
questions?
photos are really.
I did
Still got him,
15 minutes of Warren Buffett before you got here, Kurt.
Oh, you
I've
did?
really talked a lot about Coca-Cola before you got here.
I'm
yeah.
very excited about Billionaire Sex Party. Did you show them the Bill Gates face?
No, I haven't done that.
Can we just show them? It's my
Bill
one of
Gates
my favorite. Wait, is that the one? Make
All
it
right, you
all
guys
on
have-
you.
Wait a minute. Are we not playing a game right now?
I know.
Let's
Okay,
have
let's
a-
playing a game.
I just want to see Bill Gates. I just want you to play it as
Let's
someone.
let's finish it. All right. So, what do you guys think?
I think the Pope thing is a lie, personally.
Okay, Kyle.
I thought the Pope thing, but I'm gonna go Joe Rogan because
Yeah, I am too.
know,
I think
but-
that's the lie. I think that there's a lot of opportunity to lie with like a Bigfoot story.
What's Judy
Wait.
think?
I think the Pope is a lie.
okay.
All right. So we got 2 for Pope and 2 for Joe Rogan. Is the lie?
Let's see what people say.
Anybody?
in the
Yeah. Anybody want to
comments.
guess in the comments?
I got 2. That's Pope.
I can't read them. I'm too far from the screen.
A lot of people think the Pope thing.
Pope thing is a lie. A lot
Pope
of-
thing is a lie.
Oh, probably.
Mexico grandma story is a lie.
Is Cody keeping score?
This show is sponsored by Coca-Cola. That is if y'all just want to buy a Coca-Cola, that would help the show out.
Okay. Are you guys ready for the answer?
I'm ready. Yeah.
The Pope is the lie.
Yeah,
Oh.
baby.
I overthought that because that
And-
seemed too obvious.
Well, Joe Rogan really did have a show called Joe Rogan Knows Everything. Look it up. Google it.
Yeah, it's
I could
it's so
have,
funny
but I
because
didn't
there
wanna
are
cheat.
so many shows that just like survive for a little bit, or
Mhm.
All right, Judy, you're up now. Judy,
I'm
two
up
truths,
next.
2 truths and a
Okay,
lie.
When I was a little girl, I used to like to take my parents' matches and go to the back of the house where there was a field, and I used to like to light them, see it make a fire, and then stamp it out with my feet. And once it got out of control, and I ran home because the fire department had to come and put the fire out.
The more you learn about.
I'm not going to say anything because I know exactly all of the things. Kurt, what do you think? Do you think that?
No. She has to do two more.
Two more.
Yeah,
Two more?
that was just one.
I need a
I'm
baseline
a little
story to
drunk. I
establish.
apologize. Just kidding.
Kyle,
Okay.
you're ruining it.
Look,
I
we're
don't-
all a
You're
little.
giving us hints.
Everybody's a
No,
little confused.
nobody.
You want
You're
me to
just
go
confused.
to number 2, right?
Yes.
I haven't given any hints away. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Number 2.
Okay, the second story is that I was at the beach with my 3 children in the back seat of the car, and I got very crampy and I had to go to the bathroom. And I was in one town over at the beach. I was driving home and I couldn't make it home.
You
So
want road
I
shit?
went down a street that I knew my friend lived on, jumped out of the car, ran to the door, rang the doorbell. She didn't answer. I tried opening the door. I opened the door, went to the bathroom at her house, flushed the toilet, ran back to the house, outside to the car, and drove home. And
I think that's true
To
right
this
now, by the way.
day, I've never told my friend that I did that.
The more you learn about.
Oh, shit. That has the ring of truth to it, the way she told that.
Yeah. What's your okay?
Okay, number 3.
The third
Wait,
one
you just
is
left. You just left me in the car. All right, what was
I
the
left the
best?
3 of you in the car. I had to go to the
I made the same
bathroom.
call.
The third story is that I jumped into a swimming pool. I came up and I was missing my top.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Good thing
I have an
I-
answer.
Pickle locked.
All right. Kurt,
Nobody's locked their pickle yet.
Kurt, what do
I've
you
locked my
think?
pickle, yes.
What do you lock?
I'm going to say it's number 3 because there wasn't a lot of effort put into that story.
Pickle locked.
Okay.
And
Okay.
Number
I
three
feel
was
like the
what?
other 2 sounded
Wait,
like a story, and that one sounded like, oh, I got to come up with another thing, and that's why I said 3.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go with 2. I'm going to go with 2. I think that's
No,
That's-
I believe
I
any.
think-
Let me
I-
tell you something.
I
You're
think
wrong
2.
because any woman secret shitting mishap, I believe all of them.
She was
You
peeing.
know what women do.
She was peeing. It's not.
Yeah.
She had to pee, right, Mom?
No, it wasn't.
Oh no.
It was
Yeah.
disgusting.
I think the lie is.
Oh,
I think the lie is Jessica pretending like she thinks two is the right answer.
no, I do
you're
think
trying to
that's.
make-
Yep.
I think
What?
Jessica's trying to make this a game.
How did I? That's what I really think. I'm not lying about.
I'm going with
what
number
I think's
3.
a lie.
I'm saying
Why'd
number
you look
3
at
is a
the one
lie.
to the left, Jessica. Go ahead, John. Sorry.
Number 3 is a lie.
Why do you think?
Just because it was just like it seemed like an afterthought. The first 2 stories were like of a person telling a true story, and the third one was
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Like I'm just echoing Kurt's sentiment here.
I
Yeah.
forgot. I forgot I'm supposed to pick the lie. I picked number 3 as the lie too.
Oh my
What
God!
is it?
This is the
I
second.
thought number 2. I thought number 2 was the truth.
This
Yeah.
is the second lie you've done in this game. The first was trying to make it a game by saying the one that clearly was a lie. The second was trying to get out of it because you saw I sniffed you out.
And he should.
So
I think
there's
she
a
should.
meta game where Jessica lies more here going on.
Kyle, Kyle, are you recused or do you?
Get Mouse on this. Yeah,
Get
Mouse.
Mr. Mouse.
Is Mr. Mouse watching? I
right,
100%
Kyle.
it's number 3. Same reasons. There's no detail. It's just this. And Mom, you don't play this game much, but when you do the lie, you want to have it be like detailed, so it seems like it's a real experience for you.
I made everything much shorter than it really was. Let me tell you.
What is the now drum roll? The audience, everyone is picking 3 as a lie. What is the lie?
What was number 3? Oh,
3. I see 3.
Okay, that's it's definitely 3.
what was the last one?
Number.
I
It
said
was the one where you
You
said your
lost
top
your
came
top
off and
in
it
the
came out of the
pool.
water.
that was a lie.
It was the vague one that was very short.
I'm not a good liar.
Okay, that's probably a good thing that you're not a good liar. Good.
Yeah, good job, Judy.
Kurt, you're up.
Okay, so one time when I was, we were about 12, me and my best friend and my other best friend were hanging out with this kid on the block who, let's call him Randy, and he was like this really spoiled kid, like kind of spoiled fat kid. You like hang out with some kid that you hang out with and just like nice stuff, and he would throw tantrums a lot. He'd be like, "Did you get the tour?" And he'd start crying. He called him Andy Panzified for some reason. That was his nickname. And we were playing Manhunt, which kind of like I guess hide and go seek really, but with like toy guns and shit. And he had a lot of cool toy guns. And so we're like hunting Randy, and we couldn't find him for like a while, right? We're all looking now. We're like, where'd he go? And then my one friend comes running up after we look for a while, and he goes, "Guys, we got to go right now." So the reason was because he found Randy. He checked the treehouse, and guess what he walked in on him doing?
Oh, the old schnacky.
No, he was sticking pine needles into his pee hole. So my friend climbed the ladder, and he was sitting there putting pine needles, and then he goes, "What are you doing?" And then Randy goes, "Hey, you want to try it?" And he just backed down the ladder, and we left.
Creepy.
Excuse me.
That sounds like Craig.
Excuse me.
That is okay. I was gonna say that was a lie.
No, but we need 2 more.
Okay, got it. Because there's so much detail in that, but then now I
Yeah, that's-
there was-
Wait. I have a question. I have a question though. How many pine needles was he sticking in his pee hole?
Oh, I didn't ask a number. Once they said pine needles, the whole thing, we were just kids.
I've heard
It was-
he's the
Okay.
Joey Chestnut of pine needle
Wait, who's that?
peel.
Joey Chestnut.
Okay, next you have 2 more. Go ahead.
So when I was when my little brother was being born, this kid from my church babysat me. Okay,
Yeah.
it was like my mom's friend at church, and he was like 13. I was like, I don't know, 7. I mean, nothing happened. Like it was fine. But later, when he got older, like he used to take roids and got big, like just big as shit. And his geometry tutor, he had an affair with her, the teacher. And I guess this is back when they didn't like arrest you for that. And So it was like a divorce, and she got fired, and then she became a Jehovah's Witness, and they had to accept her because like she converted, and then they got married. And he was like 17, and
Oh,
How old was she?
Damn.
like 42. By the way, she was hot too. It was quite a difference
Like,
in the
Kurt
brothers'
is
opinions.
good. Kurt is good.
Kurt
at this
is really
game.
good.
Because it's
Yeah.
like there's so many details. You
I
just
know.
you forget what you're.
He better not pull a Judy and come up with like
Your top-
my top came up
Hey,
with the hot
this is
tub.
my first time playing. I'll get better.
No, it was good. It was good. You did
Okay.
good.
So
Go ahead, third.
okay, his third story. I used to work at a place called Funko Land, which later became GameStop when I was like, I don't know, 19. It was in Jersey City, which is like the Hood Mall, not the JFK Center, the Hudson Mall that closed down. And so it's like all, like I was the only white guy there, and I would hang out. And the first girl I ever did anything with, because I was a church kid, so I didn't do stuff, was when I was 19. And it was this Puerto Rican chick with a kid that showed up, and she had a boyfriend who was a corrections officer at the prison, and he would be away from home. So I snuck back to her apartment where she lives with the kid. Okay. And that was the first time I ever banged anyone. And she told me, like, I just remember looking at pictures. This guy was jacked. There's a picture of him. And the messed up part was the kid who was named something Jr. after him wasn't his kid. It was some Egyptian guy that she told him was his kid.
Whoa.
Kurt
Okay.
is good at this game. Oh my
Okay.
god, I'm confused.
Yes,
Kurt is good at this
tough.
game. Kurt's good.
Man,
I
don't even-
will just,
I don't even know what any of the things were.
Okay, I'm gonna go. I've decided just because I think he's so good at this game. I'm going that he's next level, and I'm saying the pine needle. The pine needle one's the lie. I'm going all in on that one.
Okay.
Pine needle penis.
You just
Judy,
realized?
I
Pick
think
a
it's the teacher thing.
teacher. Okay.
I agree. I agree with Judy. I think it's a teacher thing. That's the lie.
Okay. Baby shouldn't be driving a car. I'm actually going to. Pine needle is just so weird that I think that's true. 'Cause
Right.
He would have to make that up, which would make
That's
an
his
insane
brain, man.
person, but it's not.
Can I say something before I tell you the answer? I
Yeah.
just realized while you guys were saying that, we should get the clip of Commander Riker from Star Trek The Next Generation when he was on that Is It True show. And he would answer like, it never happened. Do you remember that show?
Oh,
Yeah.
that would be
With
a
Jonathan
good thing.
Frakes? We should be playing that as the reveal of
Okay.
him going, that was a lie. It never happened. You know what I'm talking about? We should
Yeah,
get that.
yeah,
find it.
that would be a good sting.
Okay, so I
What are your
said
guesses now?
needle dick.
You gonna lock that pickle?
Ooh,
I'm
all
locking my
three
pick.
lies.
Pickle locked.
You can't just make them all three lies.
Jessica and Mom, you both are locking
Yes,
your pickles on
locked.
teacher.
My pick is
Pickle
locked.
locked.
I
One
like the
was
pickle.
needle. What was two? I don't remember two.
The
That
te-
was two, the teacher.
teacher.
What was
Oh, the
three?
teacher and the kid that babysat me, and then the teacher, and then they got
What
married
was
and joined the
three?
church.
What was three?
The first time I ever had sex was a Puerto Rican girl because I worked at the ghetto mall, and her boyfriend was this big jack corrections officer, and I had to sneak into her.
I'm gonna go with
apartment.
that one. I'm going with three.
Pickle locked.
All right, the audience consensus, I
It's
think.
audience.
What is the audience consensus? Everyone's confused. You did a good job, Kurt.
You did a really good job.
Kurt's
That was
really good. He's like the
tough.
best player. I'm single A and he's triple A or like in major league.
You guys haven't heard my game.
But wait, we don't know the answer yet.
Oh,
Yeah, Kyle.
Okay.
Throwing targets.
so the
Oh,
answer
wait.
is number three. Oh,
Yeah.
really? That's three. The answer is three because she just gave me a hand job. We didn't have sex.
Okay.
The more you learn about.
Stuff was
I didn't want to get in trouble at church, so.
See,
So
I'm
I
not.
got that. Who's keeping track? I got that right.
Cody can keep.
I
is
got it
Cody
wrong.
keeping
Why
track?
did you think it was right? Did you see Duper's Delight? Is that what it was?
I did. I did.
I saw that Duper's Delight, dude.
We gotta get Rouse in here. Rouse, are you watching right now? We gotta get you in. I did see a little bit of panic in your eyes, and
Yeah, because I was like, I got to change a detail to make it a lie.
yeah. So now, but you got 3 points because 3 people got it wrong. So I think
Oh.
you're in the lead right now.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, that was like really very impressive.
All right, well done,
Um,
Kurt.
It's my
Mom,
turn then, Kyle.
I think, Mom. I think you're in last place. I don't
Oh,
want to say
no.
that because you're my mother.
Is there a booby prize?
I think you're in the last place.
No, we know there isn't because it turned out to be a lie, didn't it?
You get to
I've
make
never played this
breakfast
game
tomorrow.
before.
You get to make breakfast.
No booby prize except Making breakfast. Gotta make that breakfast. All right, Johnny, you have.
I'm just following Kurt is just really depressing for this, but I will tell you that there's this one time I went to Ireland and it was super late at night, but I was super awake, and so these people brought me to a dance club called Reynard's, which I guess is not there anymore. And and they said, oh yeah, later some cool people will show up. It'll be cool. But at the time there was nobody there. It was like me and some people. And the dance floor was empty, and Billie Jean came on, and I was dancing on the dance floor to Billie Jean, and there was 2 other people on the dance floor. And this is like as soon as I got to Ireland, like airport to this place. And it was Bono dancing to Billie Jean on the dance floor like an hour into my trip to Ireland.
Congratulations, you're a liar, Mr. Nichols.
Okay. That's my first one. And then the second one is when I was a kid in Hawaii. They had a movie they shot, like a made-for-TV movie, and there was an actor from named Keith Coogan. He was a child actor, and he had to skateboard down a hill, and I got to be the skateboard stunt double to go down the hill. And then they did the thing where they put him on the back of the truck and put the camera so he could just go, do that shot. And then that's that one.
Boring fake Nicholsness.
This is mean. This is mean and wrong.
We had
Fucked up that nobody else gets treated this way on the show, by the way.
That's why people love you, though, Johnny. That's why.
Yeah, they can all go. You can all fuck up.
Mr. Nichols got a little pickle for you.
Okay. The last one is I met Jeb Bush one time before a gig in Florida, Pensacola, when he was running for governor, and he was only there because he had just spoke for this big group, and he was standing outside. He said, "Hey, are you John Bush?" And I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Oh, you're the comedian tonight that's performing?" Well, sometimes they call Jeb, this guy who was with Jeb, maybe a camping manager, said sometimes they call him by his name, John Bush, and we're just wondering if you say anything inappropriate in your act, it's just so we can get ahead of it. And I was like, nope, I got to be clean for this. And then Jeb Bush did his impression of, he did Dana Carvey's impression of his father. So he was like, not gonna do it, 1,000 points of light. So that's that one.
All right.
Okay, so there they are for you.
Thank you, Alcohol.
Those are the 3.
Okay, wait.
All right.
The third one is
So Bono dancing,
Bono dancing,
Keith Coogan, stuntman, and Jeb Bush.
Okay, I think that Jeb Bush is a lie.
Okay.
Yes, it is okay.
Pickle locked.
I think the second one is a lie. I'm gonna lock my pickle.
Pickle locked.
Okay.
Why do you say that's the lie, Kyle?
I just felt it. I know John.
Which one is that one? The second one again?
Keith Coogan, stunt double.
I just don't see John skateboarding.
There was a time when I actually had the balls to skateboard.
Okay.
I'm going to take a wild card, even though I probably should go with Kyle. I'm going to say number 1. That no, you didn't arrive in Ireland and see Bono dancing to Billie Jean.
Okay.
Ooh,
That's what I think too.
That's what you think too?
I kind of think maybe it is number 2 because of the Hawaii edition. The fact that you added Hawaii in there. Because we all know that about you.
Yeah, like it's bad that I bring that up or something.
So,
is that what you're doing, talking about Hawaii?
I missed that part.
I grew up in Hawaii until I was like 12.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Mahalo.
Thank you.
Judy's
Judy,
not
what happened?
anymore. Judy has left the building. Interested in the after party anymore.
Everybody got their answers in. What are your official answers? Judy said what?
Judy said 1 officially.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with 2 now. I changed my mind because the Hawaii edition.
Wait, 2 was skateboarding, right?
Yeah, skateboarding Hawaii one.
Oh yeah, 2 all the way for me.
All right, we're all locked in.
Catherwood at 1.
Pickle for sure locked this time.
Okay, so are we all ready?
For me. I'm only 10% on my computer.
Future John has a lot of micro impressions.
He's got those micro.
I'm about to die too.
You can see his eyes flicker a little bit. He doesn't skateboard.
Judy and Kurt's computer are dying. Okay.
Johnny, what is?
My brother was a stunt double for Keith Coogan. I would never get on a skateboard.
It was 2.
Kyle's right. It was 2. Yep.
Yay! And Jessica was right.
The more you learn about.
I get points for picking all the winners.
You get one giant.
All right, so
gold
who's
star.
who's left? Is it Kyle?
Yeah,
I'm the
Kyle.
one left,
Let's hear it.
and then we'll wrap up this party. Okay, guys, this is gonna be tough because I'm so good at this. So terrific. I went on a date with Louis Anderson by accident.
With who?
Louis Anderson, the comic.
by accident. I
Kyle
didn't
went on a
realize.
date with him by accident. That's the first story.
Okay.
I was walking a dog and I walked out of the elevator and the door closed and the leash went up and I panicked and I pulled the fire alarm when the police came. Dog was fine, but I think I went into like another universe because there's no way that dog could have been fine. But it was fine.
So far, Kyle, any of these could be true.
They might all be true. I might be cheating.
Okay.
I went to a Bon Jovi concert when I was in college with a couple of friends. I was on a first date with this girl, and we snuck down, and I lost her, and then everyone like rushed the stage, and then I just never found her, and I never saw her again. I just
Okay.
go around the horn. What,
Your mom is like,
okay.
oh boy.
what horrible thing?
I would bet money on this. Actually, I would bet $100 that I'll get this right.
Okay.
Okay.
That's how well I think I
Wait,
know.
so
Kyle.
what's story number one again?
I gotta go to my paper. I don't know.
No, it's Louis Anderson. Number
Okay,
two is
you accidentally
dog.
went on a date with Louis Anderson, like a romantic by
Yep,
mistake.
number two is
The
almost
dog
killed
leash in the elevator. And number three is the Bon Jovi with a girl. You get lost in the crowd, and you just never see her again or hear from her again.
Can we do a $100 bet, Kyle?
Left her. It was an outdoor stadium concert. Couldn't find her. It was back when they didn't have cell phones. You just like never saw the person.
I think I have. Wait a
Hey,
minute.
Kyle, can we do a $100 bet?
I'm not gonna.
I'm not betting
take a
anymore.
while to pay it back.
Okay, I know. I think I know.
What?
Okay, go ahead.
The third one's the lie.
Okay. Okay. Sure.
Okay. I was gonna say the second one because the third one does sound like a classic Kyle story. But just now, when you said people didn't have cell phones back then, the way you said it, you had a little bit of duper's delight. So
There's that.
I'm with Jessica on that.
There's Duper's delight.
It's three.
It's a
It's
duper-
probably
duper's
that
delight.
happened, but you did hear from her, and she was like, "Don't call me."
I'm going number three. I'm going number three.
Number 3, Judy. You're my mother. You should know. Actually, you do actually know some of these.
Yeah, I think I better. I think I know. So I'm not gonna say anything.
You could
No,
say.
you should still guess.
No, you should say.
Uh,
Doper's delight.
Go ahead, Judy.
I believe you probably left the girl.
Mother knows.
More than
What
once.
a terrible mother. Terrible mother. She's a disaster. What a disaster. Excuse me. You're a disaster. You're not a good mother. You lie about your son. There's always lies.
Okay.
The audience.
Audience?
Is sort of saying that
Two is a lie.
it looks like 2 and 3 are. The answer is number 3 was a lie.
Yeah, it's
Yay.
because you said it that way. Picked up.
Pick a lock.
So
Now the Louis Anderson, I have to explain what happened.
Did your mom know that
Yes.
you accidentally went on a romantic date with Louis Anderson?
Yes, she does. She knew that.
before you talk about the date with Louis Anderson, do I get my $100?
I loved him.
I
I
never
thought he
agree
was
with.
great.
Yes,
He would have made a
Yes.
fine husband for your son, and
He was very nice. He was a nice.
yeah.
and he was rich too. He was a generous man. He was a kind man.
He was
Yes,
very
yes.
nice.
Look, you know, Kyle,
Yes,
you know
yes,
how Kyle
yes.
goes. Bring a dog on an elevator.
You gonna buy all the Coca-Colas Kyle ever could drink.
So, I went to the Comedy Magic Club, and Louis Anderson was there, and I had seen him with my dad when I was younger as a kid. So I was a big fan. I was excited he was on the same show, and he happened to be. He wanted a picture with me, which I couldn't believe because I was in this commercial he liked.
Oh, the milk commercial where you're dancing with the
Shaking
cow?
the cow, yes.
Yeah, a lot of older gay
Like
men
that.
fans from that commercial.
So I was just excited that he even knew who I was. So randomly the next day, my mother was in town to go to a wedding, which was like not. It was like a half hour out of town. He was at this tiny wedding on the same side, groom side. We sat together. We were wearing the same suit, the same suit. And he's like, "This isn't this crazy."
Put it on the board. Let's play the feud.
Your mom has something to tell you. She tipped Louie off about the suit.
Oh, trying to shut us up. You little matchmaker. So then Louis,
So nice.
so yeah, he's very nice. And then he's like, "I'm gonna be in Vegas too." We were both gonna be in Vegas. He's like, "Come, let's have lunch." So I was like, "Yeah, great." So he invites me over to his apartment, and I get in there, and there's like food there, and he's we're on the table, and he's like got his head in his hand, and he looks at me and goes, "I can't figure you out." And then I was like, "Oh wait, am I on a date?" That's
And
when
then you figured it out.
I did figure it out. But he wasn't inappropriate or anything, and he was cool.
You guys had the same suit. That's pretty appropriate to think you should maybe have a date. Because
Yeah,
a lot of great gay couples, when they get older, you ever see that where like one looks like the other one from the future, kind of? In Hawaii, I saw a lot of that.
Yeah.
Two guys with mustaches in the same Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah. He was a gentleman. He got fired from the Family Feud for being inappropriate. So
What?
that's why he got fired. He
He has
wasn't
to let the
inappropriate.
other host like full on kiss the wives on the lips on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Richard
right.
Dawson when he'd be all drunk.
Yeah, right. All right, let's go around. What do we? Anything else? Anything? Kurt, you're at Magoobies, and
I'll be at Magoobies Friday through Saturday.
it's so rude. They name things that are just. It's so hard for us.
Baltimore,
to
Maryland.
name the place. Baltimore, Maryland. Okay, check Kurt out. Mom, are you going to
I'll
be performing anywhere?
I'll be home cooking for Kyle and doing laundry.
Yay.
By the way, I did my laundry today, which was like.
I know. I'm kidding.
Pretty
I'm
upsetting.
kidding. I did make a
I
dinner,
was
breakfast and
hoping
lunch.
you would do my laundry. I
I wasn't
Kyle, you're home this short of a time and you're already disappointed in how it's going.
I'm so. I mean, I feel actually good about being home. I feel like I'm relaxing because I was like really stressed about my house and being with this killer dog every time I came home. But yeah, I just got mad today because I forgot all those cords. I'm setting up bought these. See these poles? Where I'll put the green screen in here.
Nice.
I'm trying to set up the studio here, but it's. I'm mad. I forgot because
I loved having him home.
We're having a good time. We're having a
That's
good
nice.
time. She's a great host. She did fall asleep a few times today. I took a picture of you.
You
Actually,
did not. Did
I
you
won't.
take a picture?
I did. I wanted to show you. I won't put it on here if you don't want.
Do you already have it loaded, Kyle?
No.
My computer's about
He
to
probably
die.
does.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
No, I could. If
Why is it not charging?
my computer might die. Jessica, do you have any plugs or anything you want to say?
No, I don't have anything going on. Just driving back to Portland, almost home. Had a great time in LA. It was fun to see Kyle. We hung out for dinner. He said, "Oh, we got to go to this Mexican restaurant. It's the best Mexican restaurant in LA, Casa Vega." I'm sure it is.
Yeah. Did you like it?
It was terrible.
We lost Jessica. I think her internet went out.
It's got a phone.
It was bad. It was very bad. It used to be good though.
Yeah.
Are you gonna play the song too to go out?
Oh, what song?
The after party song?
Oh, after party song. Yes. Thank you all for joining us on the after party. Get home safe, and everybody remember, thank you, and stay hungry.
Stay hungry.
Welcome to the after party song. It's a moment to come on into the after party song.